Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Hailey Vetterline filling in for Janae tonight. We are continuing to keep an eye on President Trump's condition after announcing he tested positive for the coronavirus yesterday evening. Zach Slopemaker spoke with locals about their thoughts on a member of his family holding a rally in the area just a couple days ago. Thank you, Zach. Meanwhile, Democratic Vice President nominee Kamala Harris made a campaign stop in Las Vegas today. It's the latest visit just 2 days after Donald Trump Jr. made his appearance in the Silver State. Harris spoke with News 3's Jeff Gillen on President Trump's diagnostic.
We are thinking of the first family with, prayers that they recover and that this is not a painful process for them. Nobody should contract this disease, and sincerely, we pray for their speedy recovery.
Any thought on behalf of the Democratic ticket to maybe suspend campaigning right now as this plays out a little bit?
Listen, we have 32 days to go, and here in Nevada, for example, highest unemployment rate in the country. There's so many big issues at play right now, and the American people are worried, they're concerned, and they want to know what the path forward looks like. And so Joe and I feel strongly that we should be present and available to give folks an idea of what is possible in our country.
Nevada is expected to be tightly contested this November. Tribal leaders are working to make sure voter turnout is high in the upcoming election for the 50,000 Nevadans who are Native American. Turnout has improved since 2016. That's when a judge ordered election officials to have polling places on reservations. They hope that trend will continue this year with polling places in Reno, Hungry Valley, Nixon, and Wadsworth. Plus, they hope mail-in voting and the ballot collection will make it so even more Native Americans can participate.
By having it on the reservations, I think it kind of lessens the chance of voter intimidation. So, because the tribe's kind of in control of the reservation.
The chairman says they plan to use ballot collection to allow elders or those who don't have transportation to still exercise their right to vote. And man, it was such a nice day today. Sunny skies, and it's looking like an even better night. Cassie, I'm really hoping that these trends continue. Washoe County health officials are reporting 2 more COVID-19 deaths tonight, a man and a woman in their 80s. Both cases are currently under investigation. Officials are looking for any underlying health condition. This brings the total number of deaths to 161 in the county. They are also reporting 88 more cases, bringing the total number of cases to nearly 9,800. And today, 46 more people have recovered. Governor Sisolak has given the green light for some youth and adult sports to resume in Nevada. Starting tomorrow morning at 12:01 a.m., non-contact and minimal contact sports can practice, train, and play. Some of those sports include baseball, softball, soccer, volleyball, golf, and a few more. All sports will have to follow health and safety protocols, included limited equipment sharing, screening for athletes, coaches, and staff, and more. Sisolak said parents and coaches really need to be a good role model.
We are trusting and counting on parents, players, and officials to make this program a success. Coaches are role models. Wear a mask on the sidelines.
If a coach or player tests positive, the entire team must quarantine for 14 days and cancel all team activities during that time. For more on this new directive, visit mynews4.com. And some small businesses across Reno are getting a little help from the city. The city's Economic Assistance Program is providing funds to businesses hit hard during the pandemic. This money comes directly from the CARES Act. Some places could be getting $20,000 to help cover costs. Now, one local coffee shop owner plans to use these funds to keep her staff safe.
But at the same time, always finding additional staff because of schooling and things like that. Just making sure we have a buffer so that we can continue to have people here and be able to cycle them in and out, so we also don't have an abundance of staff working at the same time, so we're able to keep our staff safe as well.
City will reopen the grant application for another round of funds by the end of October. And the Washoe County Sheriff's Office has set up virtual courtrooms inside the jail. This is, of course, due to the pandemic. Now the jail can run 12 virtual hearings at one time. Sheriff Darren Balaam says the virtual courtroom will help alleviate the court backlog. Balaam also says it will help lower the spread of COVID-19. A 43-year-old man is being treated for life-threatening injuries after a hit-and-run crash. It happened on Kitsky Lane and Market Street around 11:30 last night. Police say the man was walking on Kitsky when he was hit and the driver didn't stop. Officials believe it's a dark-colored, older model pickup truck with front edge damage. If you know anything, you are asked to call Secret Witness at 322-4900. And we have some exciting news to share. The Discovery Museum is reopening its doors to the public. Doors will open starting tomorrow through October 11th, which is during the school's fall break. Hours are from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Organizers say visitors will be limited to 250 people at a time, and you will, of course, need a face covering. To buy tickets ahead of time, you can go to mynewsport.com. You may have seen it. The famous downtown Reno Arch was lit pink tonight for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's part of a campaign the Nevada Cancer Coalition has organized. It's called Paint Nevada Pink. Its goal is to raise awareness on the importance of mammograms. Unfortunately, Nevada's mammography rates are lower than the national average, but officials say this campaign will help grow our state's breast cancer screening numbers. So if you start to see pink throughout town, this may be why. Coming up, the Nevada basketball team will have a bunch of new faces on the floor this season. Hear from one incoming transfer when we return. We had a beautiful day today. It felt like summer and it was so nice, but I'm kind of ready for that fall weather. Cassie, are we seeing any cool down in the near future?
We're going to get there. I mean, it's fall, right?
I'm so excited for those fall temperatures, but definitely take advantage of the end of summer while we still got those temperatures. All right, the Nevada basketball team will have a lot of new faces on the floor when they open the 2020 season in late November, and one player is expected to play a big role. Hear from him and more on today's NSN Daily from Nevada Sportsnet. Take a look at this adorable cub. A firefighter found and rescued this mountain lion cub that was stranded in one of the wildfires in California. The little guy weighs 3.5 pounds. They believe it's about 3 or 4 weeks old. Now the cub's paws were badly burned and his whiskers were completely singed off, but vets at the Oakland Zoo say that he will be okay. That is great news. He is adorable. Now, I'm glad he's okay. Another thing that's looking okay is our weather forecast. We get some days of summer still sticking around.
Yeah, and hopefully we can see some improvement with containment on those fires. It's been a tough season for fire season, and some of that haze will linger this weekend. So expect on Sunday that we could be back in that unhealthy force sensitive group range. Of course, hourly updates are always available at airnow.gov for the weekend, or tune in. Eric will always keep you covered here. But change, Haley. We're talking about fall finally arriving as we head to next weekend. So next week at this time, we're going to be talking a very different weather story.
You're going to have to pull out those jackets because fall weather is around the corner. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.